Hey, what's up guys? It's ElasticSpyder here, and today I have an amazing game in my Montana. But before we get into the gameplay, I want to make a short announcement. I'm going to start streaming more than I have been in the past. Please follow me down. The link will be in the description down below. You can also follow me on Twitter. That will allow you guys to know exactly when I'm streaming. I'll be posting there for news updates and stuff like that, so that you guys can watch me and Sneaky and Puddin as well when we all play together. So please consider doing that. I really appreciate it if you do that. So as you might have seen in the chat log, Notzer is in the game, and he is in his Missouri. So the first thing Sneaky Snake's gonna do is going to try and impress him by grounding and killing himself. That's probably going to be the first thing Sneaky does. Puddin's going to be normal Puddin because he's just normal. But anyway, so yeah, the Montana. What do I like about the Montana? Well, the Montana is a great ship. I love it so much. So much to say that I may like it more than the Yamato at times. For some reasons. The Yamato has a clear advantage in terms of firepower. It's 18 inches versus 16 inches. It's obvious that the Yamato wins there. Health pool, there's about 1,000 point difference. Armor belt, the armor belt on the Yamato is a little bit better. Secondaries are obviously better on the Yamato. Anti-air is definitely going to go to the Montana though. But the amount of guns that you have is going to go with the Montana. And since you can shoot every, I believe it's 26.4 seconds, I run the reload modules, so I am going to be shooting those shells very quickly. We'll see in a minute here when I shoot exactly how long my reload is. I prefer the reload on the Montana over the accuracy mod, as yeah, it's about 26 seconds. For those of you that don't know, at tier 9 and 10, American battleships get a special consumable. It's minus 11% to the dispersion. Not bad for a second salvo of the game. Already a Citadel. I'm already up to almost 30k damage. But the tier 9 battleship and the tier 10 battleship, US battleships, Iowa and Montana respectively, get a choice between a reload module and a special minus 11% reduction to their dispersion. Sneaky gets a nice torpedo hit on the Fletcher and kills him. On the Iowa, I usually recommend for people to go with the accuracy, just for the simple fact that you have one less turret that the Montana does, and you really need to hit those shells. So that's the reason why I recommend the accuracy on the Iowa. But on the Montana, you've got that extra turret, those extra 3 guns, so you really don't need that extra accuracy, because having 3 extra shells in the air kind of makes up for that. And we can kind of see this here. Instead of having 4 shells land, we might have only had 1 shell land, or 2 shells land. And instead of almost 12k salvo, we might have only done 2k or 4k or something like that. So being able to hit your shots is way more important than being able to reload quickly, because if you're not hitting your shots, you can't do the damage and you can't send in awesome replays to Notzer, and that's a shame. So that's why I recommend it. It is a bit of a personal preference choice, but that's just what I like to do, and I find that to be most effective. So I have gone for a stealth build as well on my Montana. Same thing goes to the Iowa. I find that to be the most effective build for this, because you kind of saw a very short glimpse there of I shot, then I got undetected, and then I got spotted by a plane, but then I got undetected. So this is perfect if you stick true about this 12 to 16 kilometer range. That's usually the sweet spot for the Montana, excuse me. This is because you can obviously go into and out of detection fairly easily. You shoot a full broadside, you wait about 15 seconds, 15, 20 seconds, and then you'll be unspotted. And then you can make your turn. Now, I'm not going to be able to turn here because we've got a Friedrich de Grossa pushing on the right-hand side, and I have to also angle against 3 battleships, Moskva, Montana, and Yamato. Just kidding. Moskva is basically a battleship, but for all intensive purposes, we're just going to have to deal with this. Now, I'll show you throughout in the a little bit later in the replay why angling is so important and how to actually angle properly in the Montana. This right here, I'm giving a little too much side, so I'm going to get some decent penetrations from the enemy. But that's okay because most of the shells bounced, maybe one penetrated, but I'm dishing that damage right back at him. So what I'm going to do is reverse, because I'm in a not so good position for myself to push, especially with the Friedrich on my right hand side. Putin says, let's push, and I said, I can't, I'm sorry, I'm caught in between a rock and a hard place. And so Sneaky says, okay, I'll come smoke you, Putin, and he kind of saves Putin for the meantime. Not like Putin needed any saving, but I'm going to shoot this guy as soon as possible and try and kill him quickly, because once I kill him, then I can help Putin and Sneaky Snake push and capture objective Alpha. It looks like, I believe this is a Zhao on my team that's kiting him, and ooh, yay, a little Citadel. It's not something you see all the time, but, and then Cyclone hits. So, that was a good salve. I'm already up to 100k damage, and it's not even a full 8 minutes in, so 7 minutes in, rather. So that's good. I'm, again, just keep making sure I'm angled, keeping my hit points intact. No point in throwing my ship away at this point. Just take it slow and steady and calculate every single move you make, just like the police. Like the band, the police, Okay, I'm sorry, but either way, so yeah, I'm shooting about halfway up the hull on the Friedrich. I do get 2 bounces there, a bit unfortunate. I tend to do this just to maximize my hit capacity or my hit ratio. I'm wanting to make sure that I hit more of my shells, and there you can see I believe I only shot my front 2 guns. And out of 6 shells shot, I landed 6 shells. So now Putin's all by himself. Sneaky got radared most likely, and now he's dead. And the Moskva is pushing Putin. Putin is sitting broadside. He was trying to be angled to the other Montana and the Yamato, but the Moskva pushed in. So I'm gonna try and help him. And this is where I think the Moskva is absolutely ridiculous. He is just completely shitting on Putin. Completely and utterly shitting. That was from the Moskva. That is complete madness. And then watch. Can I Citadel him? Nope. Nope, I cannot. I did get a nice penetration, but still. And you'll see, he'll do the same thing to me here. I did get a 10k from the Yamato, presumably, and then another 10k from the Moskva. And here, again, he'll still penetrate me. This is like more ideal angle that you want to be at. I shoot straight at his bow, get a nice 7k, and another 14. Need to finish him off with the last rear turret, and I kill him. Now, the Montana. Alright, this is the part where I want to explain angling. All those bounced. Every single one of those shells bounced. Again, here we go. Okay, that wasn't a good example. He actually did penetrate my bow. I'm going to shoot right under his front guns, aiming primarily for the first gun, but second gun also works. Get 2 citadels there. And then here's another example. About 20 or 30 degrees angled. You want to be closer to 20 degrees. Those shells bounce, so I want to hit my turret. That's completely okay. This next, that one goes through my bow. But that's okay. He's turning away, and I double citadel him in his second turret. And with 10k health left, I have to go up against an 80k, pretty much full health Yamato. And everyone knows that the Yamato can overmatch my bow. So that is something that is definitely a problem. So what am I going to do? Instead of wasting time and trying to angle at about 20 or 30 degrees, I'm just going to go bow in, hope that he misses and hits my superstructure like he did there. I initially tried to go for the citadel under his front turret. That doesn't work. His armor's too great. Go for the superstructure. He's angled too much. So next step is aim for the guns. Aim for the guns. This is something you should do when you're in a Montana fighting a Yamato or even another Yamato or even like Gross Kerr first. Aim for the guns. I knock his gun out and then I aim for the other one. Don't knock it out, but he's going to have a hard time even shooting those two guns. Can't get them low enough to shoot through my bow, so you'll have to hit my guns as he's done there. And then I'm going for the ram. I repair there. No point, I'm gonna die. I know I'm gonna die. I get a flooding and a kill. And Confederate. Managed to get high caliber back then. A while ago. We almost forgot about that by now. But 302,000 damage in 12 minutes. 11 and a half minutes. And I boast a little bit because 302,000 is quite good. And one more comment I want to make here is... Wait for it. Nasser, you are getting replaced. You are getting replaced, Nasser. Heads up. But that just about does it. We go on to win the rest of this match. There's only 2 enemy ships left, and they will soon die. So let's move on to the post-battle results. Now, 600k credits, 8k, not almost 9k XP, 302,000 damage as we spoke of. 1 ram, 1 flooding, 7 citadels, 3 kills. Going on to team score. I topped the team. Surprised I didn't get more XP, honestly, but 2,800 is something to not laugh about. And as you can see, I did 94,000 to the Yamato, 80,000 to Moskva, 73 to the Montana, and then the other battleships and cruisers, I did most of their health. So... And then I made a nice 330,000 credits. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe to our channel for more content.